Albion's preparations for the 2013-14 season continued to gather pace today as Stephen Reid followed in the footsteps of fellow defender Gareth McCauley in committing his future to the club. And despite having other offers on the table, Reid admitted that in the end it was an easy decision to stay at the Baggies.
It's just weighing everything up really. The family is settled where we are. I'm happy in the football club, happy with the coaching staff. Got a great relationship with them and virtually everyone at the club. So when you weigh all that up, sometimes you forget the financial side of contracts and you just stay where you're happy, and that's the case with me here at West Brom. So obviously delighted to be staying another year. Did have a couple of interesting options on the table here and one or two abroad as well. Spoke to a couple of managers that I got a lot of respect for. I'm flattered by the interest, but I think all along I made it known to them and to other clubs that were interested that my priority would be to stay at West Brom if they came back with an offer that was right for me, and luckily for me it happened.
And as you said there, it's not all about money. I imagine in football a lot of the time it's about feeling the love, and the fans have got a lot of affection for you, as I imagine you've seen from the reaction on Twitter over the last 24 hours.
Yeah, I had a similar sort of situation at Blackburn at the end of the season when we finished 6th in the league, and there was rumours and talks with clubs about a potential move. But for me, when you find yourself at a club and you're happy and you're enjoying your football, been a little bit frustrating for me this season with the injuries, but on the whole, I love being at the club. I've got a lot of time for the coaching staff. The medical department have been brilliant for me since the minute I stepped through the door. They know how to manage my body right, and that's another key factor in me staying. Need to be in a place where the medical side and the coaching side know about the injuries I've had in the past, and at times I might need a different way of training, may need a day in the gym, and those sort of factors come into play as well.
As you say, last season was a frustration for you. Do you feel the worst is behind you now?
I hope so, yeah. I had a hamstring injury which I picked up against Everton early in the season, and that dragged on longer than it should have. I'm as much to blame as anyone, probably trying to rush myself back, and that ended up being 2.5 to 3 months out. Then I had the fractured leg against Arsenal, and injuries like that were bad luck and really cut short my season. So I'm hoping this year I get another good pre-season under my belt and hopefully have a productive season, playing as many games as possible.
Battle with Billy for right back though, and obviously watching from the sidelines, you must have been pleased with how he came on last season.
Yeah, definitely. I've spoke with Bill once or twice and just let him know really how well he's been doing. To be honest, I've similar sort of situation when I went from Millwall to Blackburn. And it can be tough coming from lower division up to the Premier League, but he's stepped up in the last couple of years. He's done really well. So yeah, hopefully can commence the battle again, start of the season, and I'm sure we both get games when the gaffer sees fit.
Finally, I know a lot's been made of your role in the dressing room, as it were. You're one of the senior players in there. How do you like that senior tag? Is it something you relish, or does it make you feel your years a little bit?
Well, I think I've been labelled a veteran now for 3 or 4 years, so it's something I've got used to. Hopefully I can continue to do that this season, helping out the younger lads, especially likes of George coming through. He's had a cruciate injury which I've suffered from in my career as well. Hopefully he can get back in the team and kick on from last season when he came in and done really well. And yeah, I enjoy that senior role, and in that dressing room now we're going to have players that are that one season older in the Premier League, and hopefully we can build on last season and improve again. Obviously delighted that G-Max signed his deal at the end of last season as well, and hopefully a couple more of the boys can follow suit.